reminded, God Almighty, of that which we have already learned, oh God. Father, I pray, God Almighty, that today that you'll cover us under your blood, that you'll take full control of our lives, that you'll open our minds, our understanding, so that we'll learn more today, Daddy God. I pray, God Almighty, that you grant wisdom continually unto your daughter, God Almighty, the teacher, that she continue to impart knowledge in us, Almighty God. Lord, I ask that you'll take control of this class, take control of our lives throughout the day, cover us, and have your way in and through and with our lives. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. That is Carla Joe, right?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Thank you very much for this prayer. All right. So today, can anybody remind me what we said we're going to be doing today?
It's revision.
All right, great, good. So we're doing the revision for the theory test at this time. So the theory test will be done next week at the same time period. Same time period. During that time period, we'll be doing the theory test. Now, I do hope and pray that all persons have sent in their assignments, the PowerPoint assignment, that everybody has sent it in. I'll be doing a full check of all those who sent it in, because without that grade either, you won't be able to do the exam. We'll be able to do the final exam. So everything counts. The theory test plus the IT assignment plus the practical test, which will be done in short order as well, will all count in doing your final exams. Right? So in short, so that's what we're expecting. That's what we're expecting, that everybody will fulfill their obligation in order to do the class, in order to fulfill the requirements to do the final examination for the IT. Are there any questions on that, please? You need me for something? Mine. Just starting. Hmm? Okay. Any questions on that? Are you understanding? Hello, am I speaking to myself?
Good morning, Miss. Stacy here. I have the IT. I have the IT, Miss, but not finished as yet. It's not quite finished as yet, Miss. Finish my work, Miss.
Why? We got it so long ago. We'll have to put some pep
Yes,
in it,
Miss.
because I need to grade them.
Miss, today
Right?
you're gonna get it, Miss. I'm gonna send it today, Miss. Sure
All
about
right.
that.
All right. And everybody who's on the
So that's the
platform
only
know
one.
that's the only major assignment that I give. The next thing is the theory test, and then after that is the practical test. All right. So the theory test, which what we're revising for, and the practical will cover Word, Excel, Internet, which is what we have been doing. I have not seen persons really doing it. Didn't I send an activity last week? Didn't I send an activity last week with the recording?
Yes, Miss.
Why
Yes,
the
Miss.
activities are not being done? I don't know if you don't know anything or
It's
not. I'm not seeing. Pardon me?
supposed
What
to do in our book. We must finish school, Miss.
what what book? The
We must do it
practical
on the computer.
activity, the Excel activity I'm talking. What book? I sent the Excel activity. Cause What book you talking about?
But me need to say send something, miss. I don't know how to do it. Because I can't do it from my phone, really. I don't have no computer.
How will you going to manage when it's a test? When it's a practical test, an exam, how you going to manage?
I'm working at school, miss me coming at
Because I sent the activity plus the recording. The Excel activity, I've not seen nobody from the class send it back to me. None.
So I'm gonna make sure I get that work by the end of the day.
But it's piling up now, and persons don't understand. If you don't do the practice these things, you're going to be. I would only going to manage for the final exams and the practical test, right? I understand there are some constraints, but I'm saying I keep on saying there's a computer lab, and if persons need to come and use it, let's make the arrangement, and you come and use the lab and do some practice in there, right? So we can't treat it something there because without this unit as well, you won't be certified. That's just the reality. We can't shy away from it. I have never had more than 13 persons in the class, and there's about 18 persons normally supposed to be in the class. I don't normally have more than that. And at the end of the day, persons going to tell me they don't know, and they don't this and they don't that. And I send the recording after each class. And I don't know if persons are listening to it or not. I'm going back over the recordings. No, right? We have to take some you have to be able to take some control over what you are doing, and in order to get your work done. I know there are challenges, but we have to work against the challenges that we're having. Because at the end of the day, we can't just a teacher go with so and nothing is done. Go ahead, Anne Marie.
Miss, I know how much work I must send into you now for now, miss.
What do you mean?
In
Did
because you don't get it from me.
did you send in the PowerPoint assignment?
No, miss.
That means you have that major one to do. And also the activities. I don't remember how much activities I've been sending because I send an activity after every class. I don't remember how many activities that I've been sending.
Yes, miss, I saw them.
I send an activities after each class. So you have, but if you don't do the major IT assignment, you cannot, and I'm stressing you not be able to be certified in, you'll not be able to complete the unit.
Yes, miss. The only thing that left from me is the bibliography, the introduction and them and so forth, miss. I mean, me I do them
Right,
and
but
make sure you get.
yeah,
All
please
right,
put
miss.
some pep in it because truthfully, I've been marking I've been marking them this week and putting the grades together. Start putting the grades together because I don't want it. But if everybody has not sent it to me, I don't know what is going to happen. Because let me tell you, after the end of this month, I'll be on leave. And Miss Smith, which is the programs coordinator, will wrap up the class for me and finish class. So I would want all of our internal aspects to be finished by the end of this month. So all our internal theory and practical to be done by the before the end of this month, so that all we left to do is the final exam, right? So that's the aim, that everything finished by the end of this month. All right,
Yes,
so
miss. Understand.
let us try for that. That we do the practical. So here, what is going to happen now? Your practical. So next week now, I will do the um the revision for the practical. No, sorry, not next week. Next week is what? Oh, next week is a test. All right, let us see if we can get through the two revision today. And for the theory and both the practical, because truthfully we don't have much time. Or if we do have a revision on the 29th, that means you will do the test, the practical test on the 6th of July. That is, yes, you probably have to do it on the 6th of July. And then now you go through Miss Nicola Smith, which I asked her to come into the class. Um, right, yeah. We're working for the 6th of July for the practical. So you can get a little more practice in. So please have those dates done. So next week, which is the 22nd, with your theory test. And then we do the revision on the 29th for the practical, and then the practical test will be on the 6th of July. All right? Clear, everybody?
Yes, miss. Miss, I'm having issues, but I can sort you after class, please.
All right, no, sure. All right, let's get into the meat of the matter. Let us go through some questions that let us go through some questions, some test questions now. Please remember I sent uh, all right, I'm going to be sharing my screen and you can let me know. Let me know when you're seeing the screen, please. Are you seeing the screen?
Yes, miss.
All right. Let me try to zoom it in a little bit more.
You want to say the
Pardon me? What is happening? Somebody saying something? All right, so let us go through some things now. Anybody can give me the definition of a computer?
an electronic device that accepts and stores information.
All right, but you named two things. There are a couple other things that it does. What's the first thing? Remember now, there's a process. There's a process for computer. What's the first thing? What's the process? What's the process? You have to do what first?
You have to give the computer instruction,
Right.
process
Which is called what?
the
What's in what?
information data,
Right. Right.
then it process the data, then it gives you an
Right.
output,
Right.
the information that you're searching for, miss.
All right. Good. Excellent. All right. And it also allows you to store. So here's a little definition again. Remember, there's something there. The device accepts data, processes the data. In accordance to the stored program, it generates results. So the process now is input. Then it processes the information. Then it gives an output. And then you're able to store. Input, process, output, you're able to store. Remember that process. All right, here's a question here. Define hardware. Who can tell me what is the definition of hardware? Who can give me what is hardware? What do you think hardware is? Anyone? Hello? I have 13 persons online. Hardware. Davian, Ayana, Regina, Tanaya. When you hear the word hardware, what do you think of? Think of it about in the computer as
Somewhere where you store the information, miss.
not necessarily. No, not
Hardware of a
necessarily.
computer finds the physical.
It's like a keyboard.
That's an example. That's an example. But I want a little definition. Who can give me a little definition? Can one person at a time, please? All right, Ayana, go ahead. Ayana, go ahead.
Miss, the hardware of a computer defines the physical part of it.
The physical components of the computer, right? So if we know that it's the physical components, what are some examples now of the physical components of the computer?
The CPU,
All right.
the
Go ahead.
mouse,
Keyboard.
Mouse, keyboard, good.
The
What you saying?
monitor.
The monitor, great. So, anything else?
Basically things that the mouse, the standing mic.
All
the
right.
motherboard,
So, all input devices, all output devices, all storage devices, all of these devices are the
the
physical components of the computer, are the
tangible.
computer hardware, right? The physical components of the computer. So if I'm asked you to define the word hardware, please do not say anything you can touch. I'm not telling you this, no, give no definition. So hardware, the physical components of the computer system. Okay, so what are some input devices? Can you name 4 input devices?
The thumb
What are
drive,
some
miss.
input? No, thumb drive is not input.
Miss,
What
mouse,
is
The
Keyboard.
keyboard, yes. What else?
mouse,
the
The
mouse?
mouse, good. Yes. What else? I need 4.
Scanners, mic.
Awesome.
keyboard,
Yeah. The keyboard, yes, somebody says already. I need 4.
scanners,
Miss the
Scanner, good.
microphone. Microphone.
Microphone. Yeah,
camera,
exactly.
scanners,
All right, good. So you can name them. Now, listen carefully. You must be able to describe even 2 input devices. Explain what can they do. What are some output devices now?
mic,
Monitor.
The monitor, yes.
Speaker.
The
Speaker.
speaker, right? Excellent. Yes. Anything else?
Miss a printer.
The printer, great.
Plotter.
The plotter, right? All right, so those are some output devices. What are some storage devices?
RAM. RAM and RAM. RAM and RAM and
RAM and ROM are most basically memory. You know, I would put that more on a memory. That's memory. Storage devices. I would put it really.
Thumb drive.
Thumb drive, yes. Thumb drive is
CPU.
one. No, the CPU is not one.
Memory card.
floppy disk. Floppy disk.
Floppy disk, which is old, which is outdated, no. Yes.
Memory card.
The memory card, good.
USB, miss.
USB is not a device. You're talking about the
What
flash drive?
Yeah, USB flash
US,
drive.
you have to be specific because USB by itself is not a device.
Okay, miss.
Right? You can't say just USB because you have the USB connection, because the card itself is not a device. When it connects to the device, then you know what the device is used for.
Okay.
Right? So I don't hear one. What is the main storage device?
Hard drive, dismiss.
The hard drive, excellent. And the hard drive is the one that is built into the computer system. So that's the main storage device. Great. What is the processing device? What's the main processing device?
Main processing.
The what?
Miss the
The
RAM,
CPU.
The
CPU.
CPU. Yes, the
CPU system.
CPU. The CPU, which is the brain, it's a chip. It's a chip within the computer. It's a chip. So the CPU is the brain of the computer, and it allows the processing aspect of everything. So without the brain, nothing else can work, you know. Just like without your brain, nothing else not gonna really work. So if we think of it in both ways. All right, so here what, because I'm stressing on these things, you must be able to name at least 4 hardware devices and explain the purpose of them. At least 4 or 5 of them and explain them. So the keyboard, the mouse, at least 4 or 5 and explain them. So anything you're going to come on the exam. All right, let's go now to another question. All right, this word going to come back.
Them say yesterday, Mr. Lucky, him said to her, say, she China want
Hello, hello. Please turn off your mic if you're not speaking on the class. You have to be mindful. These things are recorded. All right, so the word peripheral devices is going to come to, and peripheral devices are any devices that is connected and under the control of the CPU, which is the central processing unit. That means the brain allows it to process everything. So peripheral device, so all input devices are peripheral devices, all output devices, all storage devices, all those are peripheral devices. Any questions, anybody so far? Any questions?
Excuse me, Miss, you can go back over the peripheral devices, please.
Pete, right here, so are you seeing the screen?
Miss, the
Are you
word
seeing
them
the screen?
fine.
It's also in the PowerPoint that I sent you, you know. You need to read it. And don't sit down on them and don't read them. There, are you seeing it better?
Yes, Miss.
Good. Peripheral or peripheral devices are any device connected to and under the control of a CPU. So give me some examples of peripheral devices then.
Peripheral devices. Control CPU. So that would have been the monitor,
Right?
the no, the keyboard, Miss, the mouse.
Yes, yes.
The scanner.
Scanner, right?
Like
That's
the
right.
speaker, Miss.
The speaker, yes.
The microphone.
The keyboard, mouse, the scanner, the speaker, the printer. Yes,
Right. So all those physical devices, all input devices, all output devices, all storage devices, all those are peripheral devices, right? So you must be able to name at least 4 and explain them. Right? So those devices that you can name out, you must be able to explain them. Let me go down now. I'm not. Okay, so what is software? What are some application softwares? What are some application softwares? Anyone? What are some softwares that we always been using?
Our software is basically instruct the computer what to do.
Right. So can you give me some examples? Give me some examples.
Miss, like
examples.
the PowerPoint, Miss.
Right. PowerPoint is one. Give me some more. I need at least 4.
Miss, you have the media player.
Oh, yes.
I have a
Miss
Microsoft
Notepad.
Word. Yeah.
Notepad. All right. Come again?
Microsoft. Excel.
Excel, yes.
Word, Miss. Microsoft Word.
Word, exactly, yes. Right. So all of those are the application softwares. You must be able to name at least 4 application softwares and explain them. That is coming on the exam or on the test. All right. What is the difference now between random access memory and read-only memory?
Miss, the difference between that is that one is temporary.
You have to be more specific. Which one is temporary?
That me remember right now.
You have to remember that a company test, you have to differentiate which one is temporary, which one is permanent?
Miss, the RAM, which is the RAM, is the
Miss,
temporary one.
the read only memory, miss.
One
That's
at a time, please.
temporary.
One at a time, please. I cannot see who's talking because when I'm sharing my screen, one at a time. Who was speaking before, Carla?
Me, Miss Carla Joe.
Carla Joe. I know that it was Carla Brown talking over Carla Joe because I know Carla Brown voice by heart
Miss,
now.
I was the one
So
who was
hold on a little,
first.
Carla Joe, go ahead first, please.
Oh, I was saying that the RAM is which is the RAM, is the
Yes.
temporary memory, and the
Right.
ROM is the permanent one.
All right, good. Can you give me a little bit more? And it's supposed to ask for a little sentence on the RAM. Suppose I say give a definition of random access memory. How would we coin it?
Uh, um, all right, Miss, the RM is when you put the information into the computer and you save it and it is stored there. This is the permanent.
All right.
Um, and the RAM is when you type, when you're using the computer, when you turn it off, all information is lost. That's the temporary memory of the memory something. Carla, help.
All right. I think you're kind of mixing up the two.
Okay.
The ROM, which is a read-only memory. It is the permanent one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you seeing the PowerPoint?
Yes,
You seeing
miss.
the PowerPoint? Right. So the
Yes.
read-only memory is the permanent memory, and it gives the startup directions for the computer. Right? So that is a read-only memory. It's permanent and it gives up startup directions for the computer. The random access memory now is a main memory. And then now any information stored in RAM is lost when the computer is turned off. So you could just pick up a little definition from up the top here, so bring a piece here, bring another piece here, so for a nice little kind of brief definition of what random access memory is different from the read-only memory. You have to know the difference between the two. That is coming on the test.
Oh yeah.
Anything you see me tell you a company test is a company test. I'm going to be sending some practice questions as well. Either later today or tomorrow. Some additional practice questions for you to get a little more of an understanding of what a thing they can look like. Alright. Let me see if anything that I miss. Hardware, software. Alright. This is what you must there are 5 major components of a computer system. 5 major components of a computer system. The primary components of a computer system are the input devices. You have to give a brief definition of the input devices. CPU is another main component. The memory, output devices, storage devices. So you must have a brief definition of each of these, the major components of the computer. Input devices, the CPU, the memory, the output devices, storage devices. You must, not an example, you know. An example is different from a brief definition. Examples are different. So if it's input devices are the devices used to enter data and instruction is a computer. Simple definition that alone can give you 2 marks. Right? So you must give now the primary components. So you must know them and explain all 5. That question alone, right? Something like that can value 2 marks for each definition. So you must know the primary components and explain them. Any questions, anybody? Any questions so far? And majority of the information I give, it is on the PowerPoint, and you also did your research. So you need to look back at your research that you did. A lot of questions are in there as well, and read up on your PowerPoint. Are there any questions, anybody? Let me stop sharing a sec because I want to get on another document. Any questions, anybody, please?
Miss, I just said that this information is going to be sent to us, right, Miss?
With information, the PowerPoint sent to in a long time.
Let's see.
But you're talking the recording?
Yes, Miss.
Yeah.
Also.
I always send recording. I don't know that.
Only
I
get
always send
one.
recording.
Mrs. Only one recording you send differently overall
No,
from
darling, dear. That
Mr.
cannot be.
One
No, that's
Missy.
not. But I do not send once. I need to find out from my other classmates who have gotten the others before, because every week I send out the recording. Every week.
So me no get none. Miss Nena email something you
I
send
did
it.
me I look for me can't find him.
Me can I one me can know me can recall of ever going over and watching and
How
then
much class have we had?
we had around four
And
classes now.
every class I email everything. Every class.
I get the
I
PowerPoint and what the next one name with some questions over answer, Miss. And remember we get only one.
not like that. What happened to last week class too? That is more than one, dear, so.
This is last week class needed.
Miss,
We
me I
need to
tell you
check
what
back on the
me
email.
directly say.
We need to check back on the email because I've been
Miss, you
sending
tell
to
us
the
every check
same.
it every day, Miss, and me check it and me
But
tell you
Carla,
majority of what me see.
majority of what you see what? Me not understand. I've been sending it to the emails every week. All right. Once, because me don't know what to look in that, because I did end up but I never know if the card was going to do anything at all. Yeah, but is the card detrimental or not? That's what I do. I wanted you to check. I just wanted you to do a check to see if I don't know. I don't. I just didn't want. I wanted to just to see the card. What was there? I wonder if that is that's something there, because this morning I did not have when I came. I reached here before 7 o'clock. Mm. Sorry, but that's it. Yeah. Cool. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me go back. I'm going back into my emails because who got last week email? Because I've sent it to everybody email.
Yes, Miss.
You got the link and the activity for last week. Fine?
Yes, miss. Miss,
It's
but
the
try
same
and talk to
emails
them.
I've been sending it to every week. So I don't understand that. Let me go back to my next one before that. The next email that I sent before that was the the link to the site. You remember that? The link to the Moodle site. And remember, the text is going to be on the Moodle site. So if you don't have access, you need to make sure you have access. The text will be on the Moodle site. Come now, answer me, please. The email before that was the link to the site. Remember that?
Yes, miss, remember. But
Fine. So
looking
that
again.
is all right. So hold on. That is 2 emails so far. Let's go back down. I'm going back through all of my emails that I sent to the class.
Miss, when I get most of them, something they do.
Then make your classmate forward them to you know. And I need them because obviously I don't have because the same email that I've been sending to the same and I've been sending to every week. So I don't
Miss,
understand.
remember say that my email wrong, you know?
Who is that?
Tanaya.
Tanaya?
Yes, miss.
All right. Carla Joe,
Miss.
I mean, this is what last time I'm asking for it. Can you give me an updated listing of all the correct name and email addresses? And I will be sending back everything that I have sent so far to the class. So if you have it 3-4 times, only way have it now on the email. Can you do that for me, please?
Okay, miss.
So I want everybody except for let me tell you, except for Shantavia and Rolian. I want everybody's email because Shantavia and Rolian did the course already.
Okay,
Did this
miss.
unit already. So I want the updated, correct name and email address, and I will email back all the emails that I have sent before, and I will send it back to everybody. Okay?
Okay, miss.
Yes,
Check
miss.
and just back it, miss.
And
Okay.
if you do not see anything, please send me an email. Don't wait until the following week class to say you don't get anything.
Okay,
Do
miss.
not wait until the class day. Email me back. When Tanaya, didn't you get the email from me when you tell me say you didn't get something?
Yes, miss. When you did send the work.
Right. So I'm just saying if
Part.
person said they didn't get it, but once I get the email from, please everybody send the proper emails to Carla Joe so she can put the listing together and send it to me can I get that by the end of today, Carla Joe?
Yes, miss. When I finish, we get them. I'll get it
Right.
from them.
Everybody name and email address. And then I'll resend back everything that we have done so far. I will go back to all of my email and send you back everything. All right? Okay. Okay, everybody?
Yes. Yes, miss.
It's going to be a lot of work, but I will do that because the tell me say them never get and them never this and them never that. So me send back everything again. All right. Oh yes, even this okay, that was the first one. Cause there was another email with the learner guide and the PowerPoint notes. Remember that one? Oh, sorry. No, you're good. No, you're good. All right, so we will go back to, I will resend. What I will do too, I will resend all the link, everything. As I said, I will just resend everything one time, so that persons not really are not really left out in the wind. Okay, let me just see. I want to go through a couple other questions. Just a sec, please. While I'm looking, are there any questions, anybody? Sorry, everybody. Just give me one sec. All right, I found what I was looking for. How do you emphasize text? Anyone? How do you emphasize text or paragraph or a word or anything? How do you emphasize? What do you do to emphasize text?
Miss, you can bold it, the
Right,
important point. You can
right. What
color it.
else?
You can
Right.
color.
Good. Anything else? Anybody else?
Can underline it. Miss, you can change the style of the writing, miss.
Yes, you can change the style of the writing. What else?
Underline it.
Underline. Good. Good. So we can give something. What are two ways you can make sure that you can take care of your computer system? What are some ways you can make sure that the computer is taken care of?
Miss, you can clean it.
Miss, search for
Clean
any
it.
virus, miss.
Check for virus
Miss,
is good. Anybody else?
Miss, and service it, miss, regularly.
Service regularly. Excellent. Anything else?
do not eat or drink around it, miss.
Great. Excellent. Right. So those are things you can make sure for your computer to last longer, or you can take care of it. If you're going to buy, if you're going to be buying a computer, what are some things you will look at when you're buying a computer? You're going to buy a computer or a laptop? What would you make sure to look for?
The speed, the quality.
The speed, the quality, all right.
The, the
Anything else?
price,
Okay, you can look
the
at the
price,
price,
miss.
yes. Anything
Miss, the
else?
memory.
The memory, excellent. Great.
Miss,
Those
and the
are very,
brand to miss.
yes, you can look at the brand somewhat, but yes, I can put that in. Yes, you can look at the brand. Good. So you can, those are things when you're going to you must look for. What are the main things you have to look for? What are the main things you think you will look for? Exclude the brand, because brand is the most important thing.
Miss,
What are
the
The speed,
speed. The speed.
the
the
Mostly the
quality.
speed?
speed, miss, and the quality and the storage, miss.
All right, thank you, Carla. Tanaya, go ahead.
Miss me don't tell you what me I tell you already.
Oh, you said it already. All right. Julia,
Yes, miss.
Julia, you're going to speak?
It's made it to the memory.
The
You have to
memory.
if it yeah.
Right. So think of it now. If you're going to buy one, you have to look at those things. Is the memory going to be good enough for what I am doing? Is the speed good enough for what I'm going to be doing? Is the space enough for what I am doing? I don't hear nobody talk about storage. The storage capacity. Storage is also very important, right? You must look at the storage when you're buying a computer. You must be able to know, is this going to be because if your computer full fast,
It
some of
crash.
it can crash, but also it will slow up the computer, and
Oh.
it can freeze up as well. So also when I was asking about how do you take care of a computer, remember this part too, delete unused files that you don't need. So you need to
Yeah.
clean up the
Free
computer
up the
from time
space.
to time, free up the space on your computer. So from time to time you go on it, look at things that you can delete, some things that you don't need, and do that. So that's another way that's another thing you can look at now to enhance your computer. All right, let me see if there's anything else that I need to go into when it come on to that part. Let me see. All right. How do you send an email with an attachment? Who can give me the sequence from step by step? Step by step. Anybody can try that? Step by step.
Miss, you're going to put in your Gmail.
You're going to your email, right?
You're gonna press compose.
Right.
Then you're gonna type the person you want to send it to. Then you're
Right.
gonna press the paper clip something attachment, something file,
Right.
something.
Yes.
I'm going to and it will send you straight to the file something by your computer. And then
Okay.
you look for it, you save it, and then you click it and
Yes.
press send. And press send.
All right. Excellent job, Tanaya. But only one thing you miss. And one thing you would have, and I think it is crucial. You must have a subject when you're sending an email. Why you think it is necessary to have a subject in the subject part for you sending an email?
To tell the person where no. To tell the person why you're sending it or no no.
Right. The purpose of the email. Yes, you're right. The purpose of the email. And it is also when you know the purpose of an email, you easily know to find back these things too. So when you go back to the email and say, geez, I sent something, a resume to somebody, but if you never have it in the subject part, you won't know who you send it to. You won't know that it was sent, that a resume was sent because you didn't put a subject. So it is of utmost importance that you remember the subject part. Put the subject in and then you send your document. Understand? But Tanaya, excellent. Right? So that is something that you need to know. How do you send a document with an attachment? Are there any questions, anybody? Can I see all right? Can I see a raise of hands on the platform? Other from Anne-Marie told me, Anne-Marie told me that you're going to send me the work today, right? Right,
Excuse me,
Anne-Marie?
Miss.
Yes,
Excuse me, Miss.
Carla?
What work is that?
The one where you send long time, Carla. You know, the one
Oh,
where you send long time, the major assignment I'm talking about. The one where you sent long time ago. Not you me talking. Can I see a raise of hands of those who have not yet sent in the PowerPoint assignment? Other from
This
who have not yet.
this
Yes,
this
Tanaya?
me send it in, but you send me back because me never put it in a PowerPoint, miss. So me I
Yes,
try
so
put it in a
fix that.
PowerPoint
Right, I
because
fix that and
I
send it back.
understand how to do
Send
it,
it
but
back.
me I try and send it back, miss.
All right. Okay, fine. Thank you. Yes, Carla. Okay, so Carla Joe, you have not sent it in. The hand of
No, miss.
Francine have not, or Francine, or who else have not sent it in? All right, listen. The final deadline is Wednesday. Oh, sorry, tomorrow Wednesday, Thursday. The final deadline is Thursday to send in the assignment. That's the final deadline. I'm not giving it past that. I need to grade them so I can put the grades together quickly. So that's the final time. Or do you understand?
yes, Miss.
Yes, miss, I will do, miss.
All right. Are there any
Oh, miss,
questions,
remember,
anybody?
miss?
Yeah, ma'am. Sure. I remember. I remember. That's Regina. You're saying something?
Yes, miss. I did send my assignment, but they said like it's not in the correct form.
Format, right.
Miss, I don't really
That's
understand what you mean when you say PowerPoint. I don't really
then look up
understand.
Google it now. YouTube it now. Oh no, no, for use Google and YouTube.
Alright, Miss. The answers are right, it's just not in the correct form.
It need to be in the PowerPoint format. That means to, and then you can't. Okay, hold on. That's what.
Put it back.
When you send it again, let me go back in that email.
I have to know.
Miss, me can send mine with the computer something when me done, miss.
What computer something?
The
But even
computer
though
work.
but whatever. Yes, yes. But Tanaya,
Yes, miss.
even so, you don't even have a cover page. And all introduction and conclude introduction must be at the bottom of the thing. And alright?
Miss, because
Yeah,
me type
it's
up
not
the
even
something.
formatted properly. It's not even formatted properly as a normal project anyway either. So it is still unfinished. And you need more pictures. So you're going to copy the information what you have here and paste it in the PowerPoint format. I need a cover page. I need a the first page must have your name. The first line must have the topic and the name and your name. You can't have nothing I don't know who do the project. It need to fix. So even if you were giving this in, it's still unfinished. Right? And you can't have introduction at the bottom of the thing. Introduction goes at the front, and you don't have even a cover page on this. So even if I say, okay, I will take it, there is no, you still need to fix. You understand? Do you understand, Tanaya?
Yes, miss.
Okay, all right. Francine, you wanted to say something? Or is that? You were asking something, Francine?
No, miss.
Okay. And I'm saying though, Tanaya, if you have an issue pertaining to the PowerPoint thing, you come to the institution, we have an assistant there to can assist you to fix it. We have
Okay,
at the
miss.
time we have him here. If you have issues, come to the computer lab. We have somebody to assist. Alright? But don't try we need to sort that. That needs to sort out. Davian. Davian. It's Davian. It's Davian.
Yes, miss. Miss, I'm going to do
Davian,
it back over.
what are you going to do back over? I don't see anything. I asked persons to raise their hand if they did not do the assignment and I didn't see your hand raised. Did you do the assignment?
Miss, we send it.
Oh, you sent it to another email. Oh, yeah. Davian needs some fixing. There's no pictures. There's no bibliography. It needs to fix. You have to fix it. Make some changes to it. There's no pictures. You don't know who do it because you don't even have your name. Fix. It needs some fixing, please. And put a design on it. Don't just leave it so plain. There's no pictures. You wouldn't able to. It need to fix, Davian. Need some fixing. So if you have to come down here and fix it too, come and do that. But it need a lot of fixing. You need pictures, and it did state in the assignment pictures must be added. You need a bibliography. You need a conclusion. So you need to update the assignment. Okay?
Yes, miss.
Mm-hmm. And in a sense, for another, I would not be looking for another person. Why is it that Sasha K. Richards email sending your work, Davian?
Miss,
Yeah. Yes.
Miss said you get my work.
I'm almost sure I saw Ashanti Douglas. Yes.
Okay, Miss.
Yes, I did. Yes, Ashanti, I got it. And it's and I'm Ashanti. You need some pictures in there. There is none. Can you add some pictures and then send it back, please?
Okay, Miss.
Pictures
Miss, but
must
my add
be in
picture where
there.
necessary.
Must be in there, Ashanti. Must. Yes. What you saying?
Miss, me not see which files we can add picture, miss.
Tanaya. Tanaya. That is a problem, you know. I saw
No,
some
miss, that we
pictures,
accept
but
for
you don't.
more picture.
Tanaya, it can happen. It can every little thing you can add pictures to. If you want let me go back to your own Tanaya. Because if you're talking about networking, you can type in the word networking and you see a picture, images of it. Internet resources, you can find pictures on internet resources. You can find picture almost for everything. But yeah, the main thing with you is Tanaya is to get this on the PowerPoint format and put the pictures that also that you have there. But that's your main issue. It is not formatted properly. And whatever pictures you have there, you can put within it. So it's pictures is not your main thing. You probably can have one or two more pictures, but your main issue is the formatting.
Okay, miss.
Any other question, anybody? So all the persons who have not yet, I think there's more than enough time now to sort out your the assignments and everything. Is there so so as we said before, once I get back the updated listing from Carla Joe, then I'll resend back all of what you were doing. I'll resend everything since there's an issue. So person said they did not get it, they haven't gotten it, and so on. I'll send back all recordings and all other information and all other information that so you can able to look back at it. As we stated before, tell me the dates that we stated.
June 20.
Have any? June what? What's the first date? What's the first date, young people? What's the first date for the test?
The 22, miss. Next week,
Which is
Tuesday.
next week, Tuesday. Okay, good. And now, what's the other day?
July 6th.
July 6th. So, okay, good. So those are the dates to remember for your theory and the practical. Yes, Carla?
22, 22 and when, miss? Because me never know idea, miss. I get to write it down.
Carla, you
When
need
and
to
then?
work on Carla, you know you need to work on your speech.
Sorry, miss.
You have to work on, speaking more English. Remember, we are going in the hospitality industry. I have to work on how we write. Take it easy. So we're saying that the theory, it is the 22nd, which is next week, Tuesday. We have to do a revision again on the 29th for the practical. And then we go ahead on the 6th for the practical internal.
Practical when, miss, did?
Carla, listen up, please. The 6th
Miss,
of July.
Yes.
And I will want all the practice activities that I've given in, because if you don't practice the thing, you're not going to be able to pass a test. I give a word activity, I give up and I give an Excel last week and nobody do it. I don't understand how they expect to pass these practicals if you don't do the activities. Right?
Miss,
So
the
I
word
expect.
one,
What is that, Carla, Joe?
the word one is the data entry one.
What do you mean the data entry one?
The activity, miss. Was it the data entry one? The one that you gave? All right,
It's the
miss. I
one
did
the one with I gave some questions along with it, some theory questions along with it.
Oh.
No, sorry, that was the first one. Not that one. Sorry. I gave the one with globe valves. That's the one I gave.
No, miss. Only data entry one I did.
What data entry one? I don't understand what you're saying.
Miss, we got a data entry.
The one we talk about every duty style. So there's one with some questions above it, and then you have the Microsoft Word one, which is below that. It was two things in the same document, and I sent that on the 1st of June.
All right, miss. I'm going to check back for it. I didn't see that one.
Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen right now and show you the email. Because I'm not paying attention to the emails, and I tell you that I email every. Here is the email. Here, are you seeing the screen?
Yes, miss. It's fine though.
Here is the email that I sent from June 1. Here are all the email. Francine, Julia, everybody email right there. And here, that's it. The questions that were there, and the practice and the Microsoft Word activity that is right below it. I sent that from June 1. And here are the emails that are there from the 1st of June. Right, so the Carla Joe, Carla Brown, Ashanti, Regina, all the person's name are there. If Tanaya never get it, I can't understand Tanaya because that email at the time they never got it. But I can understand everybody else. Because I've always sent an activity after every class. And guys, I'm not paying attention to the activities. And I have to pay a bit more attention to everything. As I'm going to resend. I'm going to resend back since persons were saying they did not get it and whatever it is. I'm going to resend activities, practice questions, and recordings. Only the ones that were done in the on the link, the ones that were done on the that were uploaded to the ones that were uploaded to YouTube, those are the ones that I'll be sending.
Miss, I
Sending the
did
link.
those.
Pardon me?
Can I ask a question?
I did those.
Go ahead.
This is where the conclusion must go. The last page or no no it's by
Go,
conclusion for go.
please go on Google where conclusion must go.
Jesus Christ.
No, not Jesus and Christ. Only do assignments all the time. Only can't tell me till you don't know where conclusion must go. That is not a question I need. Where must conclusion must go? That's a question you really ask me.
Okay, miss, just continue, miss.
You have done assignments over and over. Where does conclusion normally go? And have to do some little research on your own when it come on to those things, because you have done many assignments since you have been, and I'm sure it's not the first time you're getting assignments. So, and have you gone to the information literacy class from the from the librarian? When the librarian has a session, do you go to the sessions? Yes or no? College, no?
No, miss.
Why?
Miss, I've one of those classes because what happened is that, miss, I always say the what's his name, the link after the class. So I didn't know that we were having a class at that time in the afternoon. So that is why I
But do you
always
have
miss
do
that
you
class.
have your timetable? Do you have your timetable?
We got it when we started.
Right. So the
Mhm.
timetable states the time period for your information literacy class. Yes? Or the library.
Oh, Miss, can I what I was saying about the data entry and the Microsoft, Miss, the activities.
Come again?
What I was saying about the data entry and the Microsoft activities, I was saying that I did them and send them to you, Miss.
Fine, if you did it and send it is not a problem, Kalajo, but I'm talking about the ones who have not done anything. That's what I'm trying to tell you there, because a lot of persons are not doing the activities. And that's what I'm trying to say. And at the end of the day, we have to do the activities in order for us to know what we're going to be doing. We not practice it. And I keep on saying you must be able, if you have issues, come down to the institution and use a computer lab. Yes, Julia, go ahead.
Miss, the last word that we got, Miss, I don't really understand it. May I wait for you to go over, please?
What last word that we got? The
But
Excel?
the adding other things.
You weren't in class last week.
Yes, Miss, I was.
So what is the formula to add? What is the formula for the sum? What is the formula for that?
I don't remember.
It is also on the paper that I sent, the same practice paper, all the formulas are on it. That means, right? All the formulas are there. The Excel one, the one with the add up, that's what you just asked. The formulas are at the bottom of it.
Oh,
the same sheet what I sent. The formulas are there, and did you listen back to the recording, Julia?
But I don't that no, I'm not see it in my phone. I'm not see that.
I sent it. Let me tell you when I sent the recording. I sent the activity and the recording on the 9th of June. That's the Wednesday. So how you get get the recording it right beside the activity? What do you mean? The link is a YouTube link. It is there. If you get the activity, the video is there. You're not seeing it? Are you seeing my
It's me a look. I'm looking.
are you
See the
seeing my
Yes, I'm
screen?
activity,
seeing the screen,
the
miss.
activity there, no, but
You don't get the
The
video.
link, the YouTube
alright.
link is there at the top. The YouTube link is there. There's an email. I'm sure you see the email there.
Oh yeah.
The link is there. You click on the link and you get to the video for the class. I
Oh,
said video of class and activity. All you do is click on the link, you go straight to the video.
at the 8th.
I
8th
sent
was
it
the
from the
class.
9th of June. The 8th was the class, yes, but I
Yeah.
sent it from the 9th. And I keep on going, I send my things every week.
Must see it.
Okay. What my
But
advice is
this
to
event
look
was
if you
So
showing
I
on
don't
the
have that one.
the
pardon
Moodle
me?
page.
I don't get that one.
What? Which one? What? What?
The one where you just show me.
Tanaya, I just forwarded it to you a while ago. I just forwarded it a while ago, Tanaya. Can you check? I just sent it back to you a while ago.
Okay.
All right, turn off that
I'm
now,
gonna read it,
please.
Adam.
My advice, Julie, right? Check back the recording, go back through what
Yeah.
we did, and then know.
I thought me I go do miss.
Ask the question after that. Because if you don't listen back to the recording shows step by step everything that we have been doing. And that's why I keep on sending it
Yes, I'm
enough
not
time.
seeing it.
TA Tanaya, the TANOYA F321.
Yes, miss.
I just sent it to that a while ago. Check again. All right. Any other thing to clarify, anybody? I'll be sending another set of practice questions again. Sending today's recording.
Miss, I get it.
Okay. Sending to recording, and I'm saying once I get the corrected information from Carla Joe, I'm resending. Please, and I'm telling you, by tomorrow the latest, I will send everything. If you do not see, that is once Carla Joe has sent me the information. If you do not see anything in the email by tomorrow afternoon, please send me a message and say, Miss Cole, I have not received. Do not wait till another week passes and then no, you do not have anything. You don't have anything state. You don't tell me that you didn't get it after one whole week pass. It don't make any sense. You cannot wait until one whole week pass and then miss, I didn't get it. Why you didn't get it? And you can also ask your other classmate to just forward it to you too. If you know that somebody else got it, can you forward it to me, please? But there are more than one ways to get the information. But don't wait until the time period has finished to say you did not get. Are we understanding each other? Am I clear? We had 14 people on the platform I have never seen a full class. I have never seen at least the 18 or so persons in class. I've never had the full complement of the class. Not sure what is happening to some persons, but moving on. So Carla Joe, I expect to at least have 18 names and email addresses. At least that. 18 or 19. I think it's only two persons. It's only two persons who are not doing the Shantavia and Rolian are not doing the unit, so therefore I don't expect their emails to be on it. I just want the emails of those who supposed to be in the class, names and email addresses for this class. So therefore I can check back on everything to make sure the email addresses are correct, because the email that I got are was from your instructor. And so if it's not correct, I need all corrected email addresses. Okay, Carla Joe?
Yes, miss.
So whether they are here or they are not here, I want all the emails and so on. Any other questions, anyone?
No, miss.
All right, so please go and read back over, look back over your notes. Practice. For those who have issues in practicing, please come to the compute, make an arrangement, come to the lab and do your practicing. As I said, so for next week, all the persons who make sure you can log on to the Moodle site. We did go through this last week, so everybody should be okay by now for the Moodle site. Because we'll be doing, I'm going to be sending the instructions as well. Step-by-step instructions how to get to the test and everything the day before the test. Therefore, I'm going to be sending all of that the day before the test. So that means you must be able, I'll advise you to log on, make sure you can get to the site and so on. The test won't be open until 8:30 next week, Tuesday morning. The test is for 3 hours. I give you a 3-hour time span to do the test. If you do not have a computer to do the computer test, my advice is to come down to the institution to do the test. It is, right? So do not stay at home and you don't have a device to do the test. If you have to come, you need to come down to the institution or get a computer, find out with internet access so that you're able to access the test and so on. All right.
Yes, miss.
All right, so if there not be anything else, I'll advise the persons who have some finishing touches to do to the assignment, please use the time and do so and send me back. And all the persons who have the assignment outstanding, please let me get it. Fix it, let me get it. All persons who need to fix and send it back in the proper format and everything so that we can able to move on from that, because I think we are on this assignment thing for quite a time, for quite a long time, and we just need to move past that. All right, so that we can wrap up this unit, so you don't have to think about it again, and we can move on, right? But you use your knowledge from this class to try and for your other classes. But it's the more you put in, the more you practice, the more you do that, is the more you get out of it. So don't let the computer lab stay there and not being used, and you need to do what you need to do, and so on. So you need to use up the facility as well if needs be. So for the persons who have IT computer issues or to do, you need to let me know who are the persons will come in here. Coming out to Carla, one more thing I want to ask you, please, to do. Who will be coming here for the test and who will be working from home for the theory test? I need that information as well. All right. I can get that by tomorrow.
Okay.
Who will be working from home for the test and who will be coming here so that I can have a figure to work with for the theory test for next week. So please, all information, please give it to Carla Joe so she can relay it to me. All right. If there not be anything else, please have yourself a good day. Please go and practice. Please go and read up. And please wrap up your assignments. All right, everyone.
Yes. Thank you.
Have a good day.